Hello everyone and welcome to Grand Arena Season 17, I believe, Round 2. Today, I am up against Tazuzu. Tazuzu, I would say that it's probably a pretty big mismatch yet again. He does not have the Millennium Falcon, which puts him at a severe disadvantage. And he's running Jedi Knight Revan in the arena, barely breaking into the top 50. He does have Darth Revan, and he also has Darth Malak, but he's not using Darth Malak, I assume, because he does not have the double Zeta. So, he does have most of the other good teams, pretty much with the exception of Galactic Republic Padme. I do believe he did unlock Padme, so here she is at 6-star, but no Zetas. So other than that, he does have all of the meta teams: First Order, Rebels, Night Sisters, Bounty Hunters, Divas. Like, he has all of the meta teams, Scoundrels. But I do believe I am also at a severe mod advantage, as he, if I look at his even arena team, Jedi Knight Revan is running only 261 speed, and the same is true about all of his arena team. They are all very slow. I don't think his Yoda is even very great on offense. Okay, so he does have just over 6k offense on his Yoda, so that is fairly decent. But I do believe he is severely outmatched in this, and I know that he is 99% chance he's not going to clear my fleet. If he does, it's going to take 2 battles, most likely. So he also has to be able to clear my Darth Revan. As here's my defenses. I've got Darth Revan Malak, which he would have to use his Jedi Knight Revan for. His Darth Revan is not going to be strong enough to break through mine. We've got Night Sisters here, which they're actually very well modded, very speedy, lots of health on Daka and Zombie. Even though they look like they're under-geared at gear 11, they actually have surprised many of my opponents because of the mods. I put my Padme team on defense, with Ahsoka being gear 10. I did just bring her up to gear 11, but of course this is well after the lock for Grand Arena. I also now have Zeta on Anakin, although that was also after the lock. I've got my Bounty Hunters under a Bossk lead. I've got Separatists under Count Dooku, which is giving them a lot of counter chance. Got the bonus turns from B2 and Grievous. We've got stealth that Dooku's going to apply on Grievous. Everyone else is a tank. I've got IG-100 and Sun Fac that are both going to be taunting, which is going to proc the bonus turns for B2. So that's going to be a very nasty team. Everyone's going to have counter chance because of Dooku's lead. Going to inflict healing immunity whenever the opponent falls below 100% health. I mean, this is just going to be a really, really nasty team. It's going to eat up a lot of banners if it doesn't even take 2 turns, depending on what he goes against it with. Then I set a kind of weak Empire team, so Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Thrawn, Tarkin, TIE Fighter Pilot, Tarkin, and the last one being Sith Assassin with low gear. So my Vader is not super speedy, but because of all of the bonuses he gets, he should go first, get his Force Crush, get his Saber Throw, which should pump turn meter to Assassin, which will allow her to go under Stealth. So she'll have that survivability, at least for the first round. The idea here is just I want AoE damage that's going to take away from banners. That was the whole idea behind the Emperor team. I needed a filler team. I didn't want to waste one of my meta squads because this opponent was was fairly, like, he had all the meta teams, so I wasn't sure what he was going to place. So I definitely wanted to save some for offense. And I didn't go into my normal preparation where I basically pull up a spreadsheet and decide what teams I'm going to use where. So I just, I did kind of wing it this time, basically just because I knew he wasn't going to clear my defensive fleet. And then my last team is Carth team using Sidious as the 5th for the AoE dots that are going to help to heal up the rest of my guys. So there's my quick defensive review, and here we can see on his defense, he has set a home 1, but he does not have the Falcon, so I know that I will not see that even as a reinforcement. My B team fleet should be able to take care of that without a problem, which is going to be like Geos under either Thrawn or Tarkin. And then his squads, he has set his Carth Old Republic team with Juhani. He does have the Zetas on everyone except for Juhani. Juhani is kind of low geared. He has set a Grievous Droid team with a double Zeta on Grievous, so he does have the leadership and the unique Zeta. So I do have to be kind of careful about that. I know that I'm not going to finish full banners against that one, so I've just got to be careful and take it nice and easy. He has set his Treya on defense with a Sith Trooper and Palpatine with the Triumvirate. That's probably going to be countered with my CLS, which I'm glad that I definitely saved my CLS for offense. Normally, or in my last round, I actually set my CLS on defense, but I am glad that I put my CLS on offense this time around. Although I also do have my Jedi Knight Revan that I can take against it, so I'll decide that in just a little bit. Then we've got a Rogue One team under a Zeta Jin lead. With Scarif Rebel Pathfinder and Pow as the 4th and 5th with Chase. He's got a Bosk Bounty Hunter team with an undergeared Jango Fett and an undergeared Zeta Dengar, with Zam kind of filling it out with Gear 12 Zam. I'm not sure if my troopers will be able to handle that. They might be able to, but it might be rough. Then we got a very undergeared non-Zeta Phoenix. That's going to be a Wampa solo. And we have a kind of low-geared crew team with the double Zeta on crew, but no other Zetas on the team. So there's his defense. Doesn't look like it's going to be too tough. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the fun one. We're going to do a Wampa solo against his Phoenix here. Let's find our Wampa, and let's go to town. Alright, do the AoE days. The only thing that I'm worried about on this team is the days that his Zalbar can inflict. So Zalbar is going to be my first target. Once he is down, everything's a piece of cake. We'll take out Ezra here. And now it's done. Full health, full protection, 1 character, 64 banners. That is the absolute maximum that you can get. So that's why you don't put an undergeared Phoenix team on defense. Wampa will eat the Phoenix alive, as you just saw. Okay, so next, let's go after, let's see here. I want to take my troopers in somewhere. I'd rather not do it against these guys because of the counter chance. I can do Troopers probably against the bounty hunters is what I'm thinking. Yeah, we're gonna give that a shot. We're gonna do Imperial troopers against these guys, and we're gonna see what happens. They may not be powerful enough because I do not have my ranged trooper up. I am farming him. He has enough shards to almost get 6-star. Once I have all of those shards, then I'll go ahead and I'll promote him up and I'll start gearing him. But I'm just kind of holding him there until I have, you know, the gear and the shards. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna focus down on his Jango first. I should have checked his speeds. I did not check his speeds, but because of his arena squad, I'm not too worried about all of his mods. We're going to focus down on Jango first, because Jango is the most undergeared that I'll be able to continuously target. Jango is going to go under stealth. So we'll focus on him to get the turn meter train going. Toss out the AoE there. And this should kill off Jango, and then we've got the turn meter train going. Yeah, we'll continue to work on Jango there. Now that he's down, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna work on Boba Fett because his execute ability could be nasty. I'm gonna kill him with the terminate ability. That's going to actually prevent him from reviving, even though he's got the Bounty Hunter's Resolve on. When you kill with that ability, it prevents the Bounty Hunter's Resolve from going off. And that also works against the Night Sisters too. So here we finish off Zam. We finished off Dengar with the AoE ability, and now we're just working on Bosk. So we should be able to finish this nice and easy with full protection, full health. And there we go. 60 banners. Nice and easy. Alright, so next, we are going to take... I still have quite a bit to work with here. I think what I'm going to do against the Traya team, maybe? Gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether I want to take my JTR against Traya, or whether I want to take JTR against... or not JTR, JKR, Jedi Knight Revan, against Traya or Grievous. That is the decision that I'm going to have to make here. I think that the Traya team is going to be the harder team to take out because it's, you know, fully Gear 12 and fully Zated. But the Grievous team is more threatening in that I'm probably going to lose a character just because of the mechanics of that team. I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to use my Jedi Knight Revan up here, and I'll use my CLS for the other team. Or I could use my Traya for the other team, because I also have Traya. Forgot about Traya. But we'll go ahead and we'll do Jedi Knight Revan. I do not have my Kenobi because I have him on defense with my Padme team. So we will do... Okay, we're going to save Old Ben, actually, because Old Ben would be used with my Rebel squad, most likely. And we're going to use Ezra in place of it. So Ezra can have the extra attack, turn meter gain, the call to assist. I think that would be the best combo for this team, because mods are not going to be that great. I'm going to start focusing down on Nihilus. I'd like to take him out before he can do his Force Drain and all that. And once he's down, I'm going to have to work on Sith Trooper. Okay. Go ahead and we'll spread our buffs around. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just call Yoda to assist on this rather than clear the buffs, because I'm going to have to kill him anyways. So we'll kill him off as soon as we can. Alright, so Jolie got isolated. We're going to be focusing on Palpatine next. After we swap turn meter over here to Yoda, steal some buffs, and gotta get rid of Palpatine before he just kills me off with his passive or unique. So we'll do that. Next threat really is going to be Darth Traya. Try to get rid of it. Save the mark for Scion. I'm not going to finish full health and full protection on this just because of all of the attacks out of turn. Should at least be full health on everyone. Hopefully. Alright, good. I was able to get around to Revan so that he can go ahead and pop everyone off. So everyone's at full health, no one's at full protection, but 55 banners. I will go ahead and I will take that. Alright, so the next most difficult team is going to be this Grievous team. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my CLS. I'm not worried about losing the fight, I'm just worried about how many people are going to die and how many banners I'm going to end up losing. So we're going to be using R2 and Old Ben in this team. We're going to save 3PO for... Actually, I'm going to use 3PO instead of R2, and I will save R2 for the Jedi Rate, which is probably going to go up against Carth, most likely. Although Traya might go against Carth. Hard to say. Alright. What I'm going to do here, because his Grievous is actually kind of low gear, I'm going to focus on Grievous and see if I can kill him before he can get a turn. If Han can kill him with the assist from Chewie, then that's awesome, which is exactly what happened. So I didn't even need to come in here with a full team, looking at this now. We'll go ahead, we're going to focus on IG-88 next. He's got an AoE that does good damage. IG-100 has counterattacks, so I'd love to kill him with just assists, which is perfect. There's also a bug with IG-100, so that's another reason I want to kill him off before I kill the last character. So there we go, 60 banners against the Grievous team. It's really nice when it's under-geared. Okay, so we've got Jedi Training Rey left. We've got Traya left, and then I'm sure I can come up with another team for Jin. So now we just got to decide. Oh, I can use probably Qira and Nest versus that Jin team. That's probably what I'll end up doing there. So for here, we've got these guys. I think I'm going to use Traya here against the Carth team. Okay, so I'm going to use the Triumvirate. I'm also going to bring in Thrawn as a 4th, and I'm going to leave the 5th slot empty. The Triumvirate probably could do it all by themselves, but I am a little bit wary of doing that. I just want to ensure that I beat this the first time, so I can either get a Fracture or a Isolate over on Zhao Bar, so he won't be able to taunt. I want to get the other one onto Canderous so that he doesn't do all of this assisting stuff that he's doing right now. Actually, he's killing himself on the assist, so I'm going to just focus down on Mission here. Mission's the next highest damage output. We'll kill off Mission. I'm going to steal those buffs. Go ahead and Get this cooldown reduction. I'll see if I can't finish mission off here before she heals up again. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to annihilate Zalbar. No, I'm going to annihilate Carth. I'll leave Zalbar because he's fractured. Go ahead and hit the isolate on Canderous. I'm going to stop his mass assist junk. And we'll go ahead and finish off mission. She's down. I'm going to go ahead and start working. I know that Nihilus, before that protection up, was below full protection, so I am going to top him off real quick. And then I'm going to hope that I'll be able to actually top off Scion before the end of the match, but I don't know if that is going to actually work or not. So we will see what happens. I purposely did the basic and not the fracture because I was trying to let it get around to Thrawn's turn again so that he can get this off. Because if you use a fracture, it's going to lower his speed. There we are. I did not top off Scion, but I was able to top off the other 3, so this is going to be like 60 banners. So, pretty good run there. 4v5. So, Lukey, thanks for joining in. Like Bilma said, it does depend on your guild. You can get, it also depends on how good you do in the Sith raid. So if you got first place in the Sith raid for, I think it was 6 weeks, no, not 6 weeks. Basically you get 12 shards for getting first place. And you can do like 2 raids roughly in a week. So, you can do the math. If you get 24 shards in a week, at max, then it takes 330 shards to fully to 7-star Treya. So that's basically how long it takes. Second place gets 10 shards. Third place I think gets 8 or 7. So it takes a while. And hey, Detroit fan, 1329, nice to see you here. Great always to see a new face. And my night is going pretty good. How's your night been going? Okay, so we got 2 teams left here. We've got First Order, and we've got a Jin team. And so we've got still quite a bit to work with. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to take out their First Order with my Resistance team, which I like to finish out with Scavenger Ray. I like her over Resistance Trooper because Scavenger Ray can get the Foresight to help mitigate her damage, whereas the Resistance Trooper doesn't have any kind of damage mitigation whatsoever. And I like to finish off with Finn, because Finn's taunt also acts as a heal for both hit points and protection, so it helps to finish with full banners. This is also extreme overkill, because they are very low geared First Order. We'll see how well this actually works. When you start out with R2, you actually want to start out with Burning. You don't want to start out with the Hide, because when he crits, he has a chance to land the Exposes on all of the enemies. The idea here is every time that you use an ability, when the enemy is exposed, they lose 5% turn meter. So it's a lot of control against this team. So every time I use an ability, it's going to lower the turn meter of everyone that's exposed. So now, whenever it comes back around to R2, I don't want to use an AoE. No one else has an AoE on the team. If I use an AoE, it's going to hit those exposes, and it might not re-expose your target. So just want to be a little bit wary of that. Now, because First Order Executioner is stunned, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch targets. I'd like to get rid of Kylo as soon as I can because his little AoE move will remove protection from everyone, and it makes it a little bit harder to finish with full banners. So my next target is actually going to be Captain Phasma, because she can give the AoE advantage, which also gives turn meter. Unfortunately, I did not land the stun. So now that that's on cooldown, I'm going to ignore her. I'm going to go back after First Order Executioner, because he's the next biggest damage dealer. So here we're going to keep on controlling crew by doing the wave, remove this turn meter. We're going to go ahead and we're going to finish off over here Captain Phasma, and we're going to start working on the TIE Fighter pilot. And here we go. So now I've got almost full banners on everyone. I'm missing just a little bit on Scavenger Array. I'm going to avoid doing a lot of damage to crew until after I get this heal off, which is going to put him at full protection. So now I can just go to town and I can finish him off and not worry about not ending with full banners. So that's a nice easy way to do crew with First Order, or not, with Resistance. Nice easy win with 60 banners. You can pretty much end if you're fighting with Resistance against First Order. You can almost every time end with full banners. Alright, so my last target is this Jin team. One thing I want to check is the potency that's on Jin. I can already see she's got a potency set, so that may, and she's got a potency cross. So that could prove a little bit of a problem. She's got 43% potency, so that makes it 143%. Means I need 143% tenacity in order to resist most of her stuns. Now my nest, which I'm planning on taking, has 122% tenacity. Or 126% tenacity. So she needs another roughly, 15 to 20% tenacity in order to resist the stuns like at an almost guaranteed rate. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use a Qira lead, and that's so that Nest can regen protection when she criticals. And then I'm going to also use Hoda. So Hoda, when he uses Grandmaster's training and tosses that buff over to Nest, she's going to get 25 additional % tenacity, which is going to make her pretty much guaranteed to resist all of the stuns Jin can do. Yoda also has healing capabilities, so and the Grandmaster's training also acts as a dispel, which is going to make this just a walk in the park for Nest. I do expect that I'm going to lose Jin. She's here just for the leadership ability. I highly doubt that she's going to do anything else. So we start off, we throw that Grandmaster's training over to Nest, and I can pretty much put it on auto from here. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to focus on Jin because she has the revived technique, and I'm just going to throw it on auto and let the gods decide what happens next. Okay. So there we go, Jin is down. Now it doesn't matter who gets focused, everyone's gonna die eventually. WRV, I do plan on trying to make my son a gamer. I do not know what the Zeta is on Qira. I don't believe it's her leadership. I think it's her unique that is a Zeta, but I couldn't even tell you what that Zeta does. So there you go. Because the Scarif Rebel Pathfinder got a hit off on that last move, Unfortunately, Yoda fell below full protection. Actually, no, he didn't. He did not fall below full protection. The reason I got 59 banners instead of 60 is because Qira died. But yeah, that's a reason why you don't put a Rogue One team on defense, especially if you review your opponent's roster and you see that they have a Tenacity build nest. The Tenacity nest can take out a lot of different teams. I can use my Tenacity nest and I can take out Rogue One, I can take out Phoenix, I can take out Jedi, like not a Darth Revan Jedi, but a Bastila-led Jedi team. I can take it out with just Nest, well, Qira and Nest. I don't even need Hoda. A General Kenobi-led Jedi team, like just about any Jedi team that does not have Jedi Knight Revan can be taken out with just Qira and Nest. So that's why you do not use like low-geared, low-powered teams, because they can be countered with single powerful characters. Now all I've got left is the ships, which of course, like I said, he does not have Millennium Falcon, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just use my my good old Geonosians with some decent reinforcements here, and I should be able to come out with this with a nice easy win, and that'll be the end of Grand Arena. Here goes Akbar with his AoE, and I can go ahead for a stun on Biggs. I got that nice little assist. You can go ahead and give us the buffs. This move would be overkill. I'm going to just do a basic and hope that I get the assist call, which I didn't. But I can use the assist call from Soldier, and I'm good. And there was the assist call that I wanted from Spy, but you know, we'll live. And now it's just a piece of cake from here. I'm going to not use Boba Fett right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in Xanadu Blood, who's got that nice AoE damage plus a call to assist. So we're going to call Indonesian Soldier over here. I would have called Spy, except Spy was stunned. That's a nice easy kill on Sunfac. Now we just work over here on Phantom. Remove some turn meter. And this probably will kill him. There we go. Very easy win. 62 banners. I had 2 characters. That was Sunfac and Spy that weren't at full health. And everyone else was fine. So there we go. And this is why you need to focus on ships from the beginning. You need to make sure, like, I'm in a 4.3 million GP bracket. If you're at 4.3 million GP and you don't have the Millennium Falcon, you're at a severe disadvantage. Like an extremely severe disadvantage. So that's why you need to really concentrate on your ships. You need to get the meta fleet team. You need to get at least 2 teams that are good, and so that you can place one on defense, place one on offense. If you don't, then you are going to be behind in Grand Arena. You're going to be behind on your crystal generation. Like, I know that a lot of people think that ships are boring, but it is totally worth focusing on ships. Alright, so there is the end of Grand Arena. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a nice little thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you in 2 days for the Grand Arena Finals.